Hey guys, today we have a 2016 Dodge Durango, and we're going to test it with the Hollywood Rack's Trail Rider 2-bike platform rack. Now this is going to be able to haul up to 2 bikes to and from the trails. It's going to have a great way of securing your bike that's it's more secure in my opinion than a lot of other bike racks out there. You can see as I'm shaking it, it's not really moving independently from the bike rack. Our first 2 points of contact are going to be down here on these hook and loop straps, just securing the wheels into their wheel trays. But really what's securing the bike most is this padded frame load putting downward force on top of the bike, forcing it down into its trays. It's got that nice rubber padding that's going to help protect your bike frame from any type of scratches or abrasions. Now let's go ahead and take the bike off and take a closer look. It's pretty easy. We're just going to rip off the hook and loop, then pull it out of its loop. Now when we come to the hook, before we mess with that, we're going to come down to the bottom of this support post and pull out this pin. That's going to help us unload a lot easier. Now what we're going to do is push on that button and lift up. Now instead of having to maneuver around this post and possibly hit our vehicle, maybe damaging it, we're just going to fold this down, which is why we removed that pin. Then it's just a lot easier to get your bike off. And then when you're all done, just make sure you put everything back in its place. We're just going to take our arm, fold it back up, replace this pin, replace the hook and loop straps just so they're not flopping around too much. Now with any hitch mounted accessory, you are going to have added length to your vehicle. In the case of our Durango, we're going to go from the bumper to the outermost point. And that's 27.5 inches we've added onto the back of our vehicle. For our ground clearance, you can see we have that nice raise in our shank. At the back of our bike rack, our ground clearance is going to be 18.5 inches, which is more than enough space to go over speed bumps or go up curbs into your driveway. Now we can't tilt this away from our vehicle. However, if you want to gain rear hatch access, just come back to this post, pull that pin and fold the post down. So that means that to access your trunk, you're going to have both bikes unloaded, but it is still possible. You see we got plenty of space to grab whatever we need. We'll put this post back. Now we also cannot fold this up to the vehicle. However, it does have a unique way of folding to conserve on space. We're going to come down here and remove both of these pins on these sides. Once we do that, we can fold up the arms and then replace the pins. And what we do is we call this suitcase style. Once we have folded it up like this, sometimes you may have to kind of just move it around a bit. There we go. But you can see we've taken away a lot of the width on it. You can travel with it in this position, or it's great for storage in your garage. You know, it can lean up against the wall without taking up too much space, or even in your house. Now let's come down here and see how it attaches to the hitch. We're going to have a 2-inch by 2-inch receiver on our Durango, but if you have another vehicle in your household which has an 1.25 by 1.25 receiver, you can take away this sleeve that's on the inside of the receiver. That's going to convert the shank down to an 1.25 by 1.25 shank. We have an anti-rattle bolt that's threaded and tightened down that takes away the shake and play from our bike rack. And we have a lock on the other side that comes with a key. That's going to be a nice theft deterrent. With all that being said, that's going to do it for our test fit of the Hollywood Rack's Trail Rider 2-bike platform rack on our 2016 Dodge Durango.